You know, in just 5 years, more than half of all law enforcement officers in America will be eligible to retire, and they will need replacements, right? Well, one program is training young folks to take their place. CNN's Brooke Baldwin brings us the story, and she is joined by some really special guests. I can't wait for this discussion. It's a great story, Brooke.
Yeah, let me tell you, I may have one of the replacements sitting to my left. First, let me introduce my guest, Jarius Mixon. He's a rising sophomore in college in New York. He's also the captain in his DEA Explorer post. We'll explain what that means in a minute. And then this is Bill Taylor. He's the National Director of Law Enforcement Exploring. And gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
You're looking very dapper, Jarius, all dressed to the nines, dressing for the job you want, right?
Yes.
But let's first talk about your background. You come from, born and raised in the Bronx.
Yes.
Tough neighborhood.
Yes.
Growing up.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that and how you could have taken a very different path in life. Instead, your mom made a phone call.
Right. Well, you know, growing up in the Bronx, it's just like every place else. You know, it's kind of difficult, but you know, you just have to have a strong, positive person behind you, and like I have my family behind me, you know, pushing me to do the right thing. So I mean, I had a clear goal at what I wanted to do.
And so you've joined this post. You want to be a DEA agent.
Yes.
But you're 19.
Right.
I mean, not a lot of 19-year-olds know exactly what they want to do, but you do. Why?
I guess it was just my family, pretty much. They, you know, they always told me to go out and kind of look for what I want to do, and they didn't pressure anything on me, and I kind of found DEA, and I said, okay, this is something that I can see myself doing and not have any regrets.
And seek a little justice
Exactly.
along the way.
Yep.
And Bill, so you're in charge of this whole thing. And when we say this whole thing, this is the Explore Conference. And it's happening this week here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech.
Right.
And you've been in charge of this thing since 2008. What is it? And there's about 2,000 young men and women ages 14 to 21 participating in what?
Well, Exploring is a career orientation program for young adults ages 14 to 21. And we have 12 career paths ranging from aviation to communications. Law Enforcement Exploring is our most popular career path. We have 35,000 explorers throughout the country annually involved with the program.
So what are you doing? I mean, we're looking at some of the video. These are not reenactments, but these are exercises in which some of the officers, we're talking FBI, DEA, Secret Service, local police departments, are all walking through these young men and women through exercises to help them become
law enforcement officers. And it builds
teamwork.
Skills, leadership skills, and all the while during the week we have fun activities as well. We have educational seminars for the leaders, and Jarius was directly involved with these scenarios. And maybe you
I mean, what have you done this week specifically?
This past week I've done 2 competitions. I've done shoot don't shoot, which is basically a simulation on how you would respond to a 911 call. So whether it would be domestic violence, car stop, it would just test your judgment and see if you would, you know, pull your gun, how would you react, and
Are you afraid ever?
No, I mean, it's more of on the lines once you walk in, like you never know what's going to happen until you cross the door. So you have to be ready always.
And these are exercises,
yeah.
But you want to do the real
exactly.
thing.
Like my group, DEA, like we go in with the mindset like this is real. This is life or death. Like somebody cannot come back. So we go in focused.
Tony, you want to chime in?
Well, Brooke, you asked the question, and Jarius is talking about it. You're 19 years old, man.
Yes.
You're telling me you're ready to make a life decision like this, to do this work, to be a DEA agent. You're ready to put your life on the line for this country in this way?
Yes.
Tell me how you can be so clear about that at 19.
Good question.
Well, growing up in the Bronx, I mean, like you see different things going on. You see, you know, drugs, gangs, and it's bad because, you know, you look at the news and you see 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds dying, overdosing on drugs, and it's like at one point somebody has to take a stand and say, okay, look, you're too young to die from drugs. You shouldn't know anything about drugs. So I guess that's where my mind is at this point in time. It's like somebody has to say, okay, enough is enough.
Wow. Brooke,
Yeah.
it's all yours. That's all I have.
I guess my final question is for youngsters out there watching, or perhaps even parents, because I know it was your mom that picked up the phone asking about the Explorers program. These youngsters who very clearly have two choices to make in life, what's your message to them?
Don't settle for the obvious. I mean, you know, there's always something out there for you to do, whether it's Explorers or any other extracurricular activity. I mean, as long as you remain active and know what you want in life, just go for it, you know?
Stay in touch with us. Let's follow up with you, all right?
Thank you.
Jarius and Bill, thank you all very much.
Thank you for having
Tony.
us.
Brooke, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Don't settle for the obvious.
I like that.
And enough is enough.
Yeah.
All right, takeaways from me. Got it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
Brooke.
you.